Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Hope you're doing well. Something that really blew me away. I was astonished by the preliminary data around Night Stalker, how applicable it is. There is literally no card in the game that plays more than it, with the maybe slight exception of Dr. Blight, and they both have very similar win records. I find myself actually using both of them together often too, is the interesting thing. So doing a bit more conversation around Night Stalker and the impact of that promo card, and probably, its long-term functionality, and then looking even at the marketplace, and we could explore for 220, 250 bucks, like, is there a card that would move the needle in a bigger way? I'm not sure there is. It has a 61% win rate, very versatile, all the way up to 60 mana. It has a 60 or 70% win rate, all the way up to like 50 mana. And then in the 60 mana range, it like starts to drop off a little. And so that's crazy. Are there cards that move the needle in a bigger way? Maybe, maybe not. And the fact that it's both fire and death, by the way, means it's more applicable. It's not neutral. That's the other thing too. Dr. Blight is neutral. So it fits into almost every circumstance, unless no neutrals are available. That's one rule set where you can't use a neutral card. One rule set, one circumstance where that card can't be playable. When Dr. Blight moves out of the modern, right now at least, the most important, impactful, functional, playable card is Night Stalker. And, maybe one of these next promo cards will blow it out of the water. Maybe. I don't know. Because I'm saying Night Stalker is so impactful. Is it going to be the most impactful? I don't know. That card's amazing, but are these cards just as good? I don't know. And then I want to see what we could do for 250 bucks. So two sort of tangents on the same conversation. In terms of impact, there's only one card that rivals it, and it's Dr. Blight. And I bet Dr. Blight is cheaper. Dr. Blight, max copy 80 bucks. You could buy 3 of these before for the same price as one. There's 8,000 copies of Dr. Blight, 7,800. Night Stalker, there are 3,300 cards, and those will not all stay individualized because many of the 24,000 BCX will be compiled. All these ones will eventually be, multiples. Maybe they'll get the execute. A lot of people will stop at the 25 and get the execute. A lot of people will. But man, that blast is such a gigantic level up. And if you're going to get execute, I say you got to go to 60 because you want that extra melee. And if you get that far, now you're talking double. The blast is worth it for sure. It's a huge level up, but clearly it's a powerful card even at 25 BCX. So of these 24,000 total BCX, of these 3,300 cards, that number will shrink dramatically. I bet to 2,500 at some point in the future, maybe even 2,000. Because I would say most of the cards should be at least level 25. All these ones, that you won't. Okay, mind you, it's a sneak monster with 3 damage. It's not a bad little sneak monster at 1 BCX. This card's great at every level. This card is well designed at every level. It's not like it's just a level 8 monster, which it is. It's also a very functional. If you were in a bronze and you had this on your team, dropping a 3-bomb from the sneak position is going to really mean something. I don't think there are any other, maybe there are very few sneak monsters that do 3 damage on level 1. These are all level 1s. Helicore Man 1, Stitch Leech 2, Silent Shavy 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 5 from the Sandworm. So literally, it's the best sneak monster. Okay, maybe Captain Fellblade is better with the 2 and 1, but it's the greatest damage doer in the game from the sneak position, other than Sandworm. And Sandworm's got a 1 speed, and where your Night Stalker has 3, and Sandworm's a 9 mana versus 4. Wow, this card is so good. This card is so friggin' good. So, is it worth the 250? I mean, I think the price probably goes up before it goes down because of the broader crypto market that I'm expecting. If that's wrong, then then it changes everything. But if SPS goes for a ride, cards like Night Stalker go for a ride too. But Dr. Blight for 80 bucks. Wow, that's, if you didn't already have a Dr. Blight, that's a really affordable card that wins all the time. So that's the piece too. It's like not just what's the most meaningful, but it's also What has the lowest price for the best value, and you could play the most, and you don't already have, but clearly Stalker's amazing.